It's not in the cards for you. I'm pretty good at insults, and I got the internet and a lot of free time.
Well, I would say not to worry about it. I mean, you go downtown in any city in the United States, it's just this big fat fucking COVID slut fest where there's a pandemic, there's a new variant of it, then there's all these sluts and hoes and dude bros and idiots hooking up down there with a different chick or a different dude every day. You see these chicks and you're like, oh, they're a bunch of sluts, but then you see the guys and it's just like, oh, they have a different hoe. 7 of them a week during COVID. The only people that would participate in the fucking thing would be a bunch of fucking retards, morons, and idiots and dumb fucks. If you're in your home, you're probably my type of girl, you know what I mean? You're my type. You're not down at the bars, especially now, Spokane. Are you all a bunch of fucking retards? It's COVID-19 and the Delta variant, and they still haven't shut the fucking bars down, but they instituted a mask mandate again because you're just a bunch of sluts and hoes and dude bros and idiots. And it's like this all over the fucking country. Don't worry about these people. These people are stupid. They're just asking to get sick. Just so we're clear here, I'm not demanding anyone give me a girlfriend. That's patently absurd. What I'm asking is how you expect me to be friends with Gen Z when you don't introduce me to women and you straight up lie to me. There's been many opportunities for you, but not for me. I suppose I could go to a crowded bar where the retards hang out without social distancing or wearing a mask and just wait around for my whatever to show up. But it does seem kind of fucked up that you expect me to be friends with Gen Z when Gen Z is just straight up lying to me about knowing women their age when they, of course, do. Oh, I don't know anyone. Oh, that's bullshit. Yes, you do. Oh, she's about 30? Bullshit. No, I'm talking about women your age, and I've seen you hook up guys that are my age with these women and around these women. Why is it so weird now to want a girlfriend? Why is it so weird to want to get married and have children? I don't understand this bigotry. I don't understand this classism. I don't understand this age phobia. I don't understand any of it. Well, actually, I do understand it. It's based in ignorance. You think that something is different because reasons for it being different, and there's no real rhyme or reason to it. You think that something being different also is bad. I mean, you'll flash the whole thing of, yo, well, yeah, maybe you hadn't noticed I'm black. Dudes, I marched in Black Lives Matter. I understand that you're black, but I understand that white chicks do dig you. And that's not why you march for BLM. I would hope that BLM was not just about getting a bunch of pussy, because it does kind of seem like that. It seems like if you identify with BLM and are Gen Z, you get a lot of pussy, or maybe you're just lying about that part too. I don't know. I don't know how I can trust you, Gen Z. It's like you know the Gen Z women, but you won't introduce me to the Gen Z women. You think that I'm demanding to have a girlfriend when I'm not demanding. I'm just wondering how we can be friends if you're going to be straight up assholes and bitches towards me. Do you understand this yet? You really should, because it's really a simple equation. If you respect me, I respect you. If you don't respect me, I don't respect you. Why would you expect me to respect you when you don't respect me? I have literally seen Gen Z dudes hook up Gen X dudes with Gen Z women in front of my very eyes in Spokane, who were friends of my friend Isaac, who's currently getting treatment for meth addiction. So I'd seen what I want to happen happen. But I know it's not going to happen for me. You're going to be there like, oh, yeah, you're famous or whatever. I have the most popular vlog in Spokane. Single-person vlog. I'm less popular than the school system vlog, which has like 1 million followers, but like personal vlog. It doesn't really matter to me. That part doesn't matter to me. You don't have to hook me up. But you are a bunch of assholes. I had to figure out where the age gap scene was. Lower Post Street, Spokane, all the bars that are close to the mall, downtown Spokane, riverfront, park area, the river, I don't, what's the name of the damn mall? I can't remember the name of the damn mall. People just call it the mall, you know what I mean? Spokane has real small town sort of appeal where it's like, you know, they won't tell you the exact street a lot of times, and it's bigger than Olympia. They'll say, over there. It's a quaint city. It really is. And I don't know the questions that I would need to ask for you to help me find someone anyway. And Isaac always said he would like to, but he was homeless as well, so there's no real crash pad, which sort of made sense, but he went off and fucked around with them too. Again, I'm not saying you need to hook me up, but you're a bunch of assholes. I'll eventually find it on my own. I know the scene. I have to get an identification card. I don't drive. I'm not getting a driver's license. I'm not going to pollute. See, that's the other thing about we liberals. At least if you call me a liberal. I don't know if I'd call myself a liberal. I'd call myself a leftist. You'll be there like, oh, that's so cool that you have like this need or want or this love interest. But if I hooked up with somebody my own age, you would congratulate me instead of saying I quit. Yeah. It's no wonder nobody votes Democrat in Spokane, because you're all a bunch of assholes. I would rather the Democratic Socialist Party take over here myself. But we're tangenting. We're tangenting. No need to tangent. So you don't need to hook me up with the Gen Z woman at all. I'll do it myself. This is why I'm an atheist, because I have to do all my own work myself. You don't have to hook me up, but you're a bunch of assholes. I myself kind of cringe at being called a Democrat, even though I'm a leftist. The reason is the Democrats don't really have any fire. You know what I mean? They had Bernie Sanders, but that was doused out by lying and cheating and deceit. And these people call themselves religious, and that's all against the Bible: lying, cheating, deceit, gossip, the worship of money, treating people different because they're poor, stuff like that. So I kind of cringe at that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm clearly leaning a little more communist or anarchist when it comes to political stuff. I'm not saying I'm pro or against violence, because there's some things that violence won, like the legalization of beer and pot, and child labor laws and 40-hour work weeks. But never mind the fact that we shouldn't be violent in our uprisings. Hey, you know, let's not be like the Catholics and the Protestants who spread their word through violence, which was all against Jesus Christ's own thinking or anything. But the thing that keeps me from really, like, not cringing, calling myself a Democrat, would be if we got over the hump of, if you're rich, you're treated better, and if you're poor, you're treated worse. If I had a mansion in the hills somewhere outside of Spokane or anywhere, or like Mulholland Drive, I was really rural and fat, you would treat me better, even though we're all Democrats, than if I were homeless. You know you would. Fuck you. Yeah, at least it's not about money or anything to get the girl. I'm sitting here in a fucking situation. Oh, I have a roof over my head. I just can't have guests. I was homeless for 1.5 years, and every time I'd try, my Gen Z friends would laugh. So I didn't try. But no, at least it's not about money or anything to get the world. Whatever, Democrats. And socialist Gen Z. You see, you know that I want to hook up with Gen. Yeah. Oh, hey. But, you know, it's usually about money and power and greed. Stuff that Bernie Sanders was against. Shame upon thee. Look at what socialism means, Gen Z. It means you share. It means that you are not greedy with things like information or love or trust or money or values. You're there to share. So if you're socialist and you're out there hooking up Gen X dudes, but you're not hooking up me, or conversely, you're dating Gen X dudes, but you're not dating me. And I've pretty much made the whole age gap scene in Spokane with older dudes very popular over the past 5 years from what it looks like. Socialism? Oh, but only if the guy's got more money than me, I see. You're going to go date that guy because he's got more money than me. Oh, I see. You're going to run around 2 at a time to a guy during COVID, but call yourself intelligent. You're going to run around 2 at a time outside of COVID when things are better, but no, you're not going to help me. You're not going to go on a date with me. I'm not demanding you hook me up. I don't want you to hook me up because obviously you're just a bunch of assholes, Gen Z. But if you're a Gen Z woman, you've got the best eggs. And if I want to have children and I want to get married someday, I got to talk about telomerase and older male sperm. Otherwise, you're an age gapper. If you're not an age gapper, I need to make you an age gapper. It just is what it is, sweetheart. I live by a very simple philosophy. If you're good to me, I'm good to you. If you're mean to me, I'm mean to you. So what I have to say is, God damn, there's a lot of sluts and hoes out during COVID. I mean, you go downtown in Spokane and it makes you think that the whole city is shit. It's just this big garbage scow of human filth down there. But then you go up in the suburbs and it's actually rather nice. It's like cute little bedroomy community, almost like Montesano, Washington. And it kind of restores your hope in humanity a little bit. That it's just not a bunch of skanks out there during a freaking airborne pandemic. Like retards. There's no other way to put it. Idiot and moron mean exactly the same thing. You're retarded. You know, if you go out there like slutting and hoeing during COVID, functionally your brain is all fucked up. And a lot of these guys are in the military or they're cops. Would you really trust the military industrial complex that's out there slutting and hoeing during COVID? Would you really trust anybody out there who's slutting and hoeing during COVID? Think about it. Think real hard about it. When is telomerase highest in the sperm? Between 35 and 55 years old. What's telomerase? Telomerase is the enzyme at the ends of DNA that keeps the strand from getting frayed. When is telomerase highest in the ova, in the eggs? Well, between 18 and 24 years old. So what normally happens when you combine two good things about DNA, like maybe just random out of my ass saying something like high intelligence with someone who's physically very fit and strong? Well, you get a baby that's high in intelligence and physically fit and strong. So what does telomerase do? It makes you live longer. If you've got more telomerase and you're birthed of more telomerase, you live longer and are healthier the whole time. Don't you think that would be a good thing to generation gap? And have you ever dated me? Have you ever consulted directly with anybody who has ever dated me? And how the fuck would you know I'm a bad date? Superstition? But aren't you an atheist? You're just going to give me some pedantic thing to say? Like, oh, it'll get better someday? Why would I believe you? Aren't you out there slutting and hoeing during COVID? You ever think? Are you out there, are we going to go to a bar together? Are we going to go on a date together? Then how the fuck would you know who I am? Rumors? Do you usually just trust a bunch of rumors? The rumor mill? A bunch of assholes talking shit? Isn't that against religion? Isn't that against faith to talk shit? Why can't you just talk positive about me? You think I have zero good traits? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, COVID sluts? Okay, so here's the idea that I was explaining to Alex. It's just some guy in the circle now, and these guys are quickly becoming my friends. We hang out sometimes a lot. So what I'm thinking for the game that I was explaining to him, he didn't seem to get it, but then he kind of got it at first. It's like, okay, but I want to see it. 3 dice. A reference card with 6 different terrains, and you can get 3 different things from each one. So you won't even have to memorize 18 things. And you're trying to build things 6 parts at a time, like you can build a rifle with 6 different parts if you really think about it, or something. You're just imagineering these things that you're building. You can build a car if you can make steel out of iron and coal, which you can in this game. Sand in coal is glass, clearly, because you have to meet the standards of melting glass. The idea is that you have all these different resources that you're trying to build things out of bit by bit through your imagination. It could be living things, it could be anything, as long as it uses one of the 18 resources. An example of 3 things on a terrain is wood, hemp, and coal. So you can make plastic in this game. Coal is a driving factor in this game. It's called the Age of Steel because one of the things you can build is steel. As long as you have coal and iron, you have steel. So it's all going to be on a couple different reference cards in a box about the size of a playing card deck with 3 different dice. In that they're all exactly the same dice. They're all they got 6 terrains on them, 6 dots. So you could choose and get lucky and harvest in order to build these things. It was the only way I could think of to build a game that minimized on luck using dice. It's where the dice can be 3 different things, so you have a choice there, and then you're building something. It's your choice there, but there's a luck element to it, so it's still exciting and interesting. And it's called the Age of Steel, and that's the one that I just thought up yesterday. It might be one I could develop quicker than any of the other ones, so I might look into that. As an older guy interested in younger males and a libtard, or whatever you want to call me,